Let's get right to the scene that, of course, everyone will be talking about, and that is a full frontal smack between the two of you, naked.
Yeah.
How naked were you? Were there any body doubles? Were there anything covering the privates? Let's go into detail, and please go slowly.
Well, we'll start with the it's 3 days of shooting. Basically, this one little scene of us stark naked. And if I didn't know Sandra Bullock completely before, I do now. I know her in ways that Jesse James would turn me into some sort of fine curd cottage cheese-like pudding, if he knew. It was pretty incredible. I mean, it's awkward for the first couple of hours, and then you sort of, what becomes even more absurd is that you sort of forget that you're nude. You're like, you know, you're naked, you're around all these people. I mean, there's nothing like intimate about it or anything. It's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, not only are you naked, you're doing a stunt as well. It's like expertly lit Cirque du Soleil porn. It's completely bizarre, and it was something that you know, I definitely wasn't looking forward to, because you know, you never know what it's going to be like. But what was funny was that, you know, halfway through it, you're forgetting, and you're like walking over to the craft service table, and you know, the key grip is like, "Would you please put some pants on before you go grab the celery sticks? Do you mind? Little pantaloons or something, anything."
The key for you is a warm room, I would imagine.
Well, you know, thankfully I did have a jury-rigged fig leaf just placed just so it didn't really matter. Colder the better, no problem.
There's a scene where you're standing there in your towel. The towel is low because you're revealing what is a great strength for many men, and it is this area.
Oh.
Right here. There's a muscle that goes up here.
Yeah.
You have that muscle very well defined. You also have a tremendous upper deck. You're very fit, very fit man.
This is awkward now, Billy.
It's gonna get more awkward. I'm just warming up here. When I looked at that body of yours, I immediately thought of myself. Would you agree?
No, absolutely. Absolutely. When I walked into the
Just
room,
you and me
I thought to myself, there's me, there's Billy Bush, let's get these pants off and get comfortable.
Absolutely.
All right. That's weird.
What's your workout regime, and how often is it?
It comes and goes, kind of, you know, for certain. I mean, when I was working on Wolverine, it was pretty intense. I mean, you're standing next to Hugh Jackman every day. You know, you got to kind of bring the A game. You got to go full metal Jackman, as we call it. And then on a movie like this, nothing really. I was training for a marathon at the time, so that was kind of my workout. I had to do these 5, 6, 7 mile runs every morning, and that was enough.
Do you know ahead of time there's going to be a scene, just you in the towel? You read the script is, you know, detailed enough to let you know that it's just the towel. Yeah, you see that, and you think, now might be a good time to start training for that marathon. How long does it take for you to get into great shape?
I mean, I get depressed if I don't move around a bit. I'm not a guy that can be a couch potato. I've never been that guy, so every day I have to do something. You know, sometimes it's just hiking or something like that, but you know, it depends. It definitely depends on the project, if it's called for. This, I didn't need to be anything in particular. I just, you know, I was lucky that it timed perfectly with a marathon, so I didn't have you know, the nacho cheese gut hanging out.
We started acting 15 years ago, right? Would you say right now you're really kind of at your peak or at your best?
I think if I did, that would be a really sad state of affairs for myself. I mean, I've always felt like it's a constant evolution. I think the second you're really satisfied with everything you do, I mean, you're done. I mean, I've never walked away from a take in a film or in anything for that matter and said that was perfect. Yeah. You know, there's an old expression that you don't finish a film, you abandon it. And I really believe that's true for a career as well. I mean, you'll never really finish a career, never reach like a goal that, you know, just says it all and does it all, and you're finished. It's an ever evolving kind of process.
As a person in this business, you've made it abundantly clear that you don't like sharing the details of your personal life, or especially your marriage and relationship. Sure. How are you doing with that? Is it going well? Because everyone you sit down in front of you wants to hear something.
Well, I mean, you do a movie called The Proposal, and they, you know,
How
people want to. Yeah, and I'm ready to give you an exclusive right here. I'll tell you right now.
Go ahead. You worked on this line. It's the same line you're going to give everybody. Let's hear it.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
This is it right here. I challenge you to find it. It was very romantic. Absolutely gorgeous setting. And for me, the hardest part was to compress all of that love, all of that joy, into just one text message. And then it was just hitting send.
That did
Watching that tiny little envelope spin away into the ether.